Shaft was a bigger movie than most people understand, and the creator, Gordon Parks, had a huge role in our culture. He was born in November of 1912 in Kansas. He was the youngest of 15 children in the deeply segregated Fort Scott. At the age of 15, his mother passed and he was forced to live on his own. He went on to work as a busboy, a piano player, a semi-pro basketball player, and a janitor. At the age of 25, while working on a train, a magazine caught his eye. The photographs of migrants during the Depression era moved him, so much so that he bought a camera from a pawn shop for $7.50. The power that he saw in those photographs showed him that he could wield that as well. Against poverty, against racism, against all other social wrongs. His early photography caught the attention of the Farm Security Administration. He tried to captivate with pictures. And in 1942, he took one of his most iconic photos, American Gothic. It featured Ella Watson. He posed as black cleaning woman standing in front of the American flag with a mop and a broom. It was a direct subversion of the original American Gothic image. In 1948, Parks became the first black photographer and writer for Life magazine. It was the most influential photojournalism outlet at the time. He created deeply human photo essays. They were about Harlem gang life, segregation in the Deep South, the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X, and black family life and dignity. His photography showed everyday black life as poetry, full of grace, struggle, resistance, and joy, all in one frame. He published his memoir, A Choice of Weapons, in 1966, all about how photography saved him from rage and helplessness. Another notable work is The Learning Tree, which he wrote in 1963. It's a semi-autobiography about a boy who grew up in segregated Kansas. And that novel became the first major studio-backed film by a black filmmaker. It was adapted for Warner Bros. In 1969. In 1971, he directed the movie Shaft. Played by Richard Roundtree, it was a commercial success. A blockbuster grossing $12 million with only a $500,000 budget. It literally saved MGM Studios from bankruptcy. The soundtrack, made by Isaac Hayes, was award-winning. It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Shaft is considered a masterpiece in the blaxploitation era, an era that did feature black protagonists and anti-heroes. And though it's not the first film in this genre, it's widely credited for moving it forward. Parks' style was based around visual contrast. He used light, shadow, and composition to speak emotionally. He photographed Muhammad Ali, Duke Ellington, Ingrid Bergman, and Malcolm X with dignity. His work also directly influenced other photographers, filmmakers, musicians, and more. Beyoncé, Kendrick Lamar, Ava DuVernay, D'Angelo, and Thester Gates have all paid homage to his work. Parks continued working into his 80s. He composed music, poetry, and mentored young artists. He left behind over 20 books and dozens of films, poems, and essays. And the Gordon Parks Foundation preserves his work to make sure that his legacy still leaves an impact. He merged media with activism, captured the beauty in blackness without fear or filter, and challenged systems with his lens and his art. And we can still feel that legacy through other black filmmakers who are carving that path. The Spike Lees, the Cheo Hodari Cokers, the Jordan Peels, the Donald Glovers, the Ryan Cooglers, and more, who all show us how to speak loudly with our work.